how's it going out there today, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Cash, and this is Weekly Recap. What is Weekly Recap? I'm going to go over a week of me operating a semi-truck in the United States. There are things I do here and I don't do here. Let's go over them. Number one, I'm going to tell you about the loads I did, why I did them, what they paid, kind of how they shook out, why I do what I do, and then things I'm not going to talk about. I'm not going to talk about the carrier I'm leased to. I'm not going to talk about taxes, truck payment, or insurance costs because those are all things you will have to figure out for yourself. And I try to make this as clear as I can. I'm not going over every little detail with you because that's, business is like you got to sort out the detail part of it. This is just general knowledge here. I don't brag. I don't complain. This is just what the week was. Never use my numbers solely to base your business plan on. Always consult with, people that can make your business better as far as other truckers. Get numbers from other truckers. Always talk to tax professionals, things like that. If you're riding around as a company driver, my number one suggestion to you would be books, audio books. You're riding down the road for, 40, 50 hours a week. Um, you know, put some stuff in that hollow part up here above your mouth, up there in the brain. Go up there and put some knowledge in there. Business books, investing, all those things will be where your profit's at. Learn fuel economy if you don't already know. That's where it's at in trucking these days. Copy the mega fleets because the mega fleets are the ones that you're really competing with, honestly. And that'd be my advice to you. I go over my weekly recap. This ain't nobody else's weekly recap. This is my weekly recap. I've been doing this every week for about 5 years now. Okay, I didn't do it just when COVID was going on and the prices were really good. These are my numbers. Okay, and I do it my way. If you don't like it, I don't care. Be sure to leave a comment saying you don't like it, but just know I don't care. Okay, it's just who I am. I do things my way. If you don't like how I lay this out, then, do your own, do whatever, go watch somebody else. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions, but not a lot. Yeah, I just tell you. There's, like I said, a lot of people, they won't always leave that comment. You didn't talk about taxes. You didn't talk about insurance. You didn't talk about truck pay. Those are things you got to figure out for yourself. I'm not here to spoon feed you a trucking business. I'm here to give you a realistic week in, week out knowledge of trucking. I've been doing this almost 20 years, successful at it, make some money. That's what we're trying to do, right? So if you want to be an owner operator, I am leased to an 80-20 split carrier. They are a refrigerated carrier. They've been in business about 15 years now or so. I like how they do things. If you don't like 80-20 split, that's fine. You go do you figure out, just what you're getting for your percentage. Okay. There is no right or wrong percentage. It's what gets it for you. Okay. Just the way it is. Okay. That's full disclosure there. So if you've made it this far, you've stuck with me this far, be sure to smash that like button. Hit that subscribe if you're not subscribed already. We're pushing. I want more and more subscribers. I'm greedy with it. But we're trying to build a big community here. And let's start going over this week now. Okay. So I did 3 loads this week. It was a big week for me. I remember this week because it beat me down because a lot of it just was like, you know, switch schedules and stuff like that. Um, Things old people don't like. Okay. First load was coming out of Minnesota. I was at the house, got a reset in, came out of the house, took this load, 1 pick Minnesota, 5 drops in Ohio, finaled out in Kentucky, right there above Cincinnati. So, yeah, pretty big load. And 38 empty miles, 975 on the loaded miles, 36,000 pounds, negative 10 degrees, and that load paid $4,000. So, pretty good load to come out of the house with. Got down to Kentucky. They called me. They said, hey, we got a load in Michigan, but it's like 300 miles away or something like that. And they were like, if we can find you like a 1-day run to go get it, Can you go get that? And I said, yeah. I mean, I don't want to deadhead the 300, but I will, because it was a decent paying load also. Like, even if I hadn't found a middle run in between, I would have still had a good week, even with the 300 miles of deadhead. Looked out, found a load that was like basically picked up the same day I got empty, and it was basically first come, first serve. I drove it through the night, and I got there like the next morning with it, 300 and something miles away. That load was Kentucky to Michigan, 111 empty miles on that, 368 loaded miles on that. So got me up to Michigan, but it's kind of on the wrong side of the state. But it was okay because it paid. It paid good, and I need anytime you can tack on something that's going the right direction. We're out here to make money, right? So that load was 42,000 pounds, 52 degrees. Very interesting place I picked up there. That one was like I'd never been to a place like that. It was the biggest hydroponic place I've ever seen. It literally was like 500,000 square feet of hydroponic vegetables being grown there. It was massive, like big corporate setup, really nice place. But that was 42,000 pounds of vegetables, and that was a 52-degree run on that one. And that load paid $1,400. $1,400. Almost said pounds. So 111 empty, 368 loaded, 479 total for $1,400. Good little middle run. And then got that load done, got unloaded that morning, and went and picked up this other load I did. And that load was picking up out of Michigan, 2 drops Georgia, final drop Florida on that load. So it was paying pretty good. And I like those loads that get lighter as they go. You pick up a multi-stop, and your first stop, 20,000 pounds comes off, and you get better fuel economy as you go. So that was nice. But yeah, Michigan, 2 drops Georgia, southern Georgia. One like down there off like 85 on the other side of Atlanta, 85 south, and then the other one was technically like right on the Georgia Alabama line down there on the south side. And then we went into Florida, finaled it out, and that load was 147 empty miles, two, excuse me, 1,287 loaded miles for 1,434 total miles. That load was 42,000 pounds to start out, and it was 35 degrees on that one. Another produce load. So, um, you know, big heavy loads there toward the end of the run, end of the week. So that load paid $3,600. Yeah. So that found me out in Florida. That was a full 7 days right there. Minnesota to all over southern Ohio, Kentucky back up to Michigan, Michigan down to Florida, Georgia, and Florida. So damn good week right here. I'm telling you, big money week for me here lately. I've been getting a lot of like high five, $6,000 weeks lately. So to catch this week at $9,000 gross for me and the carrier, that's what we made together. I don't want nobody to get confused. That ain't my money. That ain't their money. It's our money. Okay. Um, if you work for a carrier that thinks it's their money, you got a problem, because it's not. It's our money. Our money. Not for them, I wouldn't have made it. Not for me, they wouldn't have made it. So we work together. So $9,000 total gross for the week. My 80% of that was $7,200. Great money for me in this market. And didn't really have to run myself to death to get it. It was just, like I said, it was a lot of like weird scheduled stuff, especially that Ohio one. It was like I would have a 5 a.m. delivery, a noon delivery, and then a 9 p.m. delivery, and then come back again the next morning at like 6 or 7. A lot of split breaking, I guess would be the best way to put that. I'm not a huge fan of split break. I think I split braked like almost this whole week to get this done. It was a lot of, taking 2-hour naps at shippers and receivers, and a lot of trucking for 8 hours just straight, getting it. We got her done. 29.26 total on the mile, so not like a crazy week. 2630 on the loaded, 296 empty miles for a 10% deadhead. Almost spot on 10% deadhead there. Let's talk rate per mile. 307 on a rate per mile. All miles, 307. Damn good. Now, keep in mind here, these are good numbers, but if you're not somebody that watches every week, I don't want you to get like thinking like this is what happens every week. I finaled in Florida, okay? Anytime you run multiple loads a week and then you final in Florida, you better had a damn good week, because tune in next week and see how coming out of Florida works. Actually, I didn't do too bad coming out of Florida. I did get a load out of Florida, straight back to Minnesota. But yeah, I mean, not great. But so 307 all miles, my 80%, 245 a mile, my 80%. That's $3.42 a mile loaded. Okay. We're playing the Midwest produce seasons right now. That's why I'm up in Michigan. That's why I'm in, Kentucky and Michigan and all that right now, because this is their produce seasons right now. We'll get a little bit of wave of up north produce, and then down south will get like a little secondary runoff produce season, and that's what'll keep rates balanced through that. We're at the point now, Halloween candy's pretty much in the stores or in the distribution centers. So, we're playing produce right now. That's why I'm staying on these produce loads. But 342 loaded miles, pretty damn good. 1697 I spent on diesel. We're gonna go over the variable cost now. 1697 on diesel. That's 58 cents per mile. Diesel cost. Looks like diesel's trending down a little bit right now. I'm cool with that. We hit a couple weeks there where it just kept climbing, and I was like, God, man, let's don't go back to that, because the rates aren't following it. You know what I mean? So 58 cents a mile on diesel. If you're having trouble with your diesel prices, stick around to the end of the video. I've got a solution for you. I'll run a little ad there at the end, save you some money. 286 on reefer fuel. Basically just had to run it continuous all week. That was the problem, because when it's like 52 degrees, 35 degrees, the trailer's not running hard, but with produce, it's continuous for me. If there's produce on the trailer, it's continuous. It's just the facts, Jacks. Just the way it is. So 286 on reefer, $54 on def fluid for the week, $8 on tolls. Whoo, boy, that's good. Make that kind of money and only have $8 in tolls. Just coming down out of Minnesota, I hit that one toll, the Bolette toll, and then I came all the way down to Indy, at 39 to 74 instead of going through Chicago. Cut across 70 there, and then just stayed in southern Ohio, Kentucky to Michigan back down. Really no tolls there. Love it. Hate paying tolls. $27 on scales. I scaled those last two loads, those produce loads. I have a trailer with a scale now. Since this week has happened, I just picked up a trailer with a scale on it, so hopefully I can cut down my scaling quite a bit. But when I only have scales on the truck, I can get it. Usually it cuts down on the reweighs, but I still want to weigh produce, because produce can be tricky. It can weigh, the boxes aren't as consistent as you would like sometimes. So most time if I'm doing produce, I'm going to just stop and cat scale it. What's the $13 or $14 versus getting a ticket? It's nothing. But now that I have it on the truck and the trailer, I feel a little bit more confident in running with that. And that was the variable cost for the week. No parking. Sweet. Nice week right here. $2,072 in variable cost. Not bad. Bring over my 7,200. Take out that 2,072 in variable cost. That leaves me $5,128. Yep. Not bad. That's $5,128 to do what I have to do with. Now, I will say I put 500 of that to the maintenance account, and that leaves me $4,628. Very nice week because, in a couple of weeks after this, I go on vacation. And so I needed some good weeks leading into vacation because I ain't going broke. Hate being broke on vacation. That's no fun. But that was the week, folks. I hope you found some helpful knowledge in this video. If you did, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and if you want to know more, just ring that bell, get notified when I put these out. I am a little bit behind on these. I'm getting caught up on them. I just come off another week of vacation, so I've took 2 weeks off in the last 5 weeks. That's why rates are going up, because I'm not here to run them down. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Be sure to take care of each other out there, and remember, people are more important than trucking. Hi, I want to talk to you real quick about the ES Advantage card. Do you need discounts at major truck stop chains? They got them. Do you need discount on shop rates at TA and Love's? They got them. Tire discounts. They even got health insurance now. Click the link down below. Easy application, no credit check. Sign up. They give you a call back. They'll take all your information and you'll be in the network. How important is Wi-Fi? Very important. That's why I use Nomad Internet in my truck. Yes, sir. This is a Wi-Fi modem that you put in your truck. Check them out. Links below. This thing gets signal when my phone will not. So if you're ever stuck at that truck stop with no signal, you'll wish you had some Nomad in your truck.